Hello everybody, this is Xenocat823543, welcoming you back to Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. Now that we've explored the exterior areas of the colony, let's go inside the colony and see what we can find in the actual town. And yes, there will be different music here. This video will not get through the entire town, just letting you know. I will be talking to every named NPC, which are people like this.
Hi.
Dorothy, that say Dorothy. Like Dorothy, things like that. Yeah, you can view relationships with the Affinity chart. And we get an achievement, you're a first friend, for talking to someone. And yeah, you develop affinity links by talking to people. Completing a quest properly may improve the relationship between two characters who don't get along well. It's not necessary, but it's cool. But it's a fun thing to do. Which is why I do it. Which is why I'm going to be showing it off. Dorothy will come back to later. But let's talk to this little girl here. Liliana. That's just depressing. I won't be checking Affinity chart updates when I'm registering a new person on the Affinity chart, but I will be going in every time I form a link and showing it. Because talking to someone just puts their information on the Affinity chart. Now let's head further into the colony.
I need to be even stronger.
Okay, a level up quote. Oh, another art. Lovely. What you do if they have a quest and you don't want to accept it. Press the 2 button to trade. If you're playing the Wii version, I should say. As you can see, yeah, you can only trade an item if you hand over an item that is worth more or equal to, that has a money value of greater than or equal to the item that you want. If you hand over a very valuable item, then you get then there's overtrade, basically. Every single named NPC has an overtrade. There's the shop, I'll check that out later. There's Sonia. And here's the generic quest giver. I will be accepting all of these generic quests in these videos. Not this video, but the next couple of videos. Collect 2 rapid diodes. View quests in the quest log. It froze. Quest complete. The reason is I already have these 2 items in my inventory. Some of these quests that I will be accepting will be completed, but not all of them. Which is why I recommend watching these videos. And for completing our first optional quest, we get problem solved, and more affinity with the area. And an update to the quest log. Yay. Now in here you can find Giorgio. Now, why am I getting lost? Oh my god, I'm getting lost. Oh, there it is. No, kitty. Please don't walk between me and the TV. Won't affect you guys, so. Here's another quest giver. Search quest 3. I will be completing all the search quests in these videos. All you need to do is complete a search quest is talk to the quest giver, and have found the item. Here's Gemman's stall. I recommend talking to Gemman. He doesn't count as a named NPC, even though, yeah, this guy talks for a while. Shut up. Now for listening to this long, boring speech. Wait, it's still going. We get strength up 2 and HP up 2. And yeah, now they say stuff about equipping gems. Ether Up is useless on Shulk, or next to useless. It's actually useful for light heal, but I will probably remove it for... Shulk doesn't... Agility up for now, and strength up. However, as I said, I will be removing all gems as well between when people leave the party.
Hi there.
And now this guy has a quest.
Hi there. Hi there.
This guy you have to talk to several times to receive all the quests that he gives.
Hi there.
He has 4. They are Monster Quest 3, basically all 4 parts. This happens with Monster Quest givers only, so don't worry about the other guys. I'm changing the time back a bit because some NPCs move around. Here's another quest giver. Material quests. Materials are dropped by enemies, collectibles are found in blue item orbs, in case you didn't know. Back here, all the way back here, I can barely see this on my screen, but I think you can see it fine, is Paula. And yes, it got darker because... yeah, because of the text. And now I'm going to show you just how many NPCs we've actually talked to. That's it. Yeah, there's a lot of NPCs. One other thing to note is that Ryan is, for whatever reason, Ryan appears on the Affinity chart, on the party Affinity chart. But whatever, let's not get into that. One other NPC I would like to talk to is up here. Cheryl. I'm just registering them for now. And yes, that's how you get up onto this balcony. You can jump off and not worry about fall damage. Over here, though, is Rocco. Now, after registering Rocco on the Affinity chart, we can get our first Affinity link. You can get other Affinity links before this. This is just the one I'm choosing to get. Remember Sonia, who's complaining about her good-for-nothing son? Yeah, see, she mentions Rocco, which means she has an Affinity link with him. And I will be showing that Affinity link. Sonia and Rocco have a red Affinity link, which is the worst of the 5 types. Red is really hate, and blue is really love. It goes follow the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, basically. With my Affinity link count, I'm counting them numerically, as in, red is worth -2, orange is -1, each orange is -1, each red is -2, each yellow is 0, the same as not having a link. But if it doesn't affect anything, I would rather have the link. If it doesn't affect any other affinity. Green is +1 and blue is +2. And here's another quest giver that I apparently missed the last time. I always miss that guy for whatever reason. I just never remember him. That's just Marsha again. And now, I think we're ready for it to be nighttime. Because different NPCs and different quest givers come out at night. This video will only be covering this district, by the way, so don't get your hopes up. We're not going to other districts yet. That's for later videos. Over here you can find Leopold and Sylviane. Sylviane gave us an affinity link right off the bat. Wow. and she's friend number 10. I think you can guess what that's for, but I'll put it in the video description just to be safe. They are intimate lovers with a green affinity link. That's good. Over here you can find Shura. Sorry, she's hidden behind the bush there. There's a better image of her. She's important because she trades blue chains, which are valuable for gifting, which I'll go over later. It's not we can't do it right now anyway. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't really go over it. Over here, we have yet another quest giver. He needs a material. Yay! More quests. I will actually do these though at some point. Not yet. Oh, there's a quest. Oh yeah, there's a quest up there. I suppose I should take that route. The other way you get up there is by running into this back alley here and going up these stairs to get up there, to get up onto this level. This quest giver is Desiree, and yes, she does have a quest, which is why I am trading and not accepting her quest. Yeah, nothing too special. Let's head down here. Back here, behind Gemman's stall, you can find Alexi at night. He doesn't really want to stay here. We'll find more of those people. Oh, back here, there's one NPC that comes out during the day back here that I didn't meet earlier because it's just more convenient to do it the other way. Here's Miller. That's all I wanted to talk about. He's there during the day. Back to the normal schedule of nighttime NPCs. Over here you can see a quest giver and a named NPC. There, King Squeeze is registered. No affinity links were made. That's not a material, that's a collectible. Whatever, the quest got it right though. And apparently I don't have an extra place now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Back here though, you do want to come back here because there's a red item orb. Something tells me we'll need that in the future. Oh yeah, that's just Desiree. Over here is Rosemary. She's also not very satisfied with her life. And all the way back here, back where Paula was, we can find Sesame, the last of the colony of the commercial district NPCs. Named NPCs, at least. I'm not talking to every NPC just because it's like, whatever. It's not important. This game's too big. Oh wait, Kenny Rowan is here. He arrives around 11 p.m. here and is here at midnight. But I grouped him with the residential district, which is another district, rather than the commercial district, simply because he can be found there at 10 a.m. But since I was able to get Kenny Rowan to walk here, I can now rewind it to daytime. Remember now we have all the nighttime NPCs registered. And walk back over here and talk to Giorgio. I forget whether you need to talk to him between 9 and 12 or between 12 and 3. Sorry, Giorgio's off the screen. Okay, it is 9 and 12. Yeah, I just went back and talked to Giorgio. Let's check that out on the affinity chart. Yeah, as you can see, Ryan's still there. Now we have a link between Giorgio and Kenny Rowan. Yellow link. And you can see some of the other people. Yeah. So, I think that'll be all for this episode. Next episode, if I can ever get out of this area. Why do I have so much trouble with this area? I don't know why. But, yeah. Next episode, we will head out across that bridge to see what awaits us in the other parts of the colony. See you then.